here by Celtics legend Paul Pierce and our front office insider, Amin Al-Hassan. Thank you for being here. Can't be in Boston without a Paul Pierce. Everyone needs
Gotta
a Paul
be here.
Pierce
I had to come.
I'm surprised they didn't have the people throwing rose petals for Paul as he walked up.
That was outside. You missed it. You missed it.
Good. All right, it's time in the show for our favorite Make or Miss, because, you know, it's a Make or Miss league. All right, we got a little Make tribute. Larry Nance getting whistled for a questionable flagrant last night, but Noah Vonleh missed both free throws, and Nance was quick to remind the ref that the ball doesn't lie.
Ball don't lie, in the famous words of Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
We all know that.
He's selling shirts that said ball don't lie.
I believe he broke that out a few times when he and Paul played together. Make tributes. Oh, sorry, make staying down. Watch how crafty this move is by Dwayne Wade. 5 ball fakes.
Oh, my goodness. He still got it.
Hey, what's that call it? Feet work?
Feet work.
That's
the
feet work right there.
He still got it.
That, like, one more year campaign is going to start being a little louder in Miami? Because people want him to stay.
I think, you know, we got to have Vince Carter come sit him down and have a conversation with him about, look, you can keep playing, man. It's still around.
It's still right? I don't know. Well, the whole point is we've been trying to get Vince to come be with us on the jump. Don't we want Dwayne to come be with us on the jump?
That's how we threaten Vince. We tell him, hey,
Dwayne's still going? Yeah. All right. Make Steve Buscemi outlet to Colin Sexton, and look at those crazy eyes. Paul, you got to admire the intensity from the Rook there. Come on.
Wait, hold on. Y'all are not going to do my man Nucky Thompson like that.
What is he looking? What does he see?
I'm just saying, he sees something.
He sees the future. He sees the ball going in.
Garden. There is all kinds
of
stuff.
Look at him. He's intense.
That was Summer League. I was like, come on. I was like, relax, George.
I love it.
All right, let's move on to Miss Hope. Nuggets making a late push last night, but Donovan Mitchell there to tell them, you have no hope, my children. He had the scoop to the hoop. I don't know if we can get that up there.
No, we got to see Colin Sexton a little bit more.
And then Will Dagger step back.
This was nasty. I like this place.
Right? So the Jazz have, I want to call it a relaxed strength of schedule for the rest of the way. How much can they move up the West standings here?
It's tough. I think look, they've got a soft schedule. They're playing a lot better. They're defending a lot better, which is the most important part. But when you look at what the Nuggets and the Thunder are doing at 2 and 3, kind of jostling them, the Nuggets really have a play for one at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Jazz, maybe outside chance they can get to that 4 spot.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about the Warriors and that possible play for one. They're on an East Coast road trip. It's not been great the past couple nights. Florida has not been good to them. Now, Amin sat on television a couple days ago and told you all they were not going to win in Miami because you said, when did their plane land?
They landed on Monday night. The game wasn't until Wednesday, though.
Oh, no.
So that was the rest of the ball.
That's rough.
They're not
you
winning
can't give me 2 days in Miami. No way.
They're not winning that game. So it isn't. Look, Kevin Durant didn't play in the second night of the back-to-back in Orlando. And then he had this quote to NBC Sports Bay Area. He said, the NBA is never going to fulfill me. It's going to make me feel good about all the work that I put in. But I think those days of me wanting to prove something to anybody or walk around with a huge chip on my shoulder, it is not my thing. And look, first of all, I really respect how honest Kevin is about this stuff. I have sat across from him. We have sat down and had conversations, interviews where he said it was important. He said, I am trying to find something. The title, that will complete me. And it didn't quite work out that way. Or if he said, hey, I'm the best player in the world and I feel like I am, these finals MVPs. And he came back, and the last time I sat down with him, he said, you know what, it didn't make me feel good the way I thought it would. So this is real talk. And Paul, when he says stuff like this, do you think that's good for the Warriors, bad for the Warriors? Do you think he's still going to be searching for another thing this summer?
This speaks to me that maybe basketball isn't the most important thing to him. There's so many other things in life. You know, I think for Kevin Durant, he's finding that out. You know, he's a businessman. He's a basketball player. He's so many other things. You know, players in my era and before, basketball was everything for us.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have brands. Everybody couldn't be a brand.
Right.
You know, you had certain guys. You know, everybody couldn't be in the tech industry or the world we live in today with all the social media and advanced opportunities that you can have off the court as basketball players. So that's just Kevin Durant, you know, growing up, finding himself, and wants to be known as more than just a basketball player. And, you know, by him saying that, he's like, this is not everything. This is not who I am. This is not everything I'm all about.
Look, all that is true, and I'm always for players who find their identity outside of basketball, because one day the ball starts bouncing, you've got to find something to do with your life. So if everything is tied around this, you fall into depression, you fall into a lot of issues.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, and I applaud him for doing it, I encourage him to, but having said that, you can't tell me you don't care.
I don't think he said I don't care.
I mean, there's nothing that drives him,
right.
or he doesn't have a chip on his shoulder. That's inconsistent with his behavior. With his behavior on social media, with his behavior, the way he lashes out at media people, that is not the behavior of someone who doesn't have a chip on their shoulder.
Right.
If he didn't care, he'd be like, whatever.
Right.
My life's great, right? But I don't see that. So, glass half full, I applaud him for that. Glass half empty, I don't totally believe that's 100% his mindset.
Is there tea leaf reading with any of this, or should we just let this be about the summer?
You know what? I think he's a moody person.
Yeah.
When he's in the mood, he feels this way.
Right.
When he's in the mood, he feels that way. Does he want to be appreciated as the best basketball player in the world? That shows me he cares.
Right.
When he says things like this, that shows me like maybe this is not the most important thing.
So.
And does he feel like he can accomplish one by doing the other? Right? Like,
Does
I
he
can
feel
prove I'm the greatest.
That going into a new building, a new San Francisco building, is all he needs? Or does he feel like he needs Madison Square Garden? That's what producer Steve wants to know.
San Francisco. I thought you meant a new building, like not the same.
No. Like, so these are questions people have. Amina's going to come back later in the show with us to talk about the Lakers. Kevin Arnovitz just wrapped up his talk here at Sloan. This is such a fun conference, and we're going to have him come in, talk about what he's been doing. First, though, here's our next distant replay. It's this date. It's 2002, featuring Kmart. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing.